more scraps than the police. But in her head now, and in her heart's a heart, she had to get in the community and put some footwork in. It was just something she wanted to do. You could never stop a woman when she want to do what she want to do. You could never stop. It's a woman's world, but it's a man's world, but the man then became women. Ain't that a... Stop it, rookies. Let's run it back. Zeus say, it's a woman's world, supposed to be a man's world, but the men now want to be women. Can you dig it? It's a hell of a story. Zeus say, it's a woman's world today, but God created Adam first. We trying to figure out who the last Adams is. Who is the last Adam? Where he at? And then they meet Zeus. Well, you know, Adam in the garden tended to the garden. Zeus say he in the garden tended to the garden. Oh man, we could have this here. We could have that here, my lord. We could have that here, my lord. We could put artificial intelligent robots out for the preschoolers, for the college students, for the high schoolers. We could put artificial intelligence everywhere, my lord, but it ain't here. Nobody taking on the government and writing petition for writ of sanctuaries about them being denied these funds, Lord. It's blowing my mind. And then John Walsh, he say, America ain't safe because we got people snatching the babies, hurting the babies, though, the babies of it. And Zeus say he was a lawyer, but non-accredited. And he accredited lawyers for breakfast. And what we trying to figure out today is, did they play with my baby? You know, that's my baby. She wanted to play with Zeus. Well, I'm still single. You know, got the little dog running around. It's just her and the dog. She waiting on Zeus. Or is she? You know, Zeus said, God said, I must protect you. Put my force field around you. You know, everybody know you're beautiful. Everybody know you're a good gospel singer. But why you ain't got no boyfriend? This don't make no sense. And then Wazoo ain't got no girlfriend. It don't make sense. But God said it ain't y'all time. You know, y'all gonna be the new power couple. You start out awesome. He start out criminal. It's a new culture. Because we got too many straight and narrow guys. They can't really get the job done. They just don't see things like the criminals do. They don't see things like the real hustlers do that want to one day be able to retire from the dope game and start their own company. But they get caught before they get to start their own company because they get to buying too much material thing. And Zeus say he never go shopping no more. He don't got to. No, God said, you got the most money out of everybody now. What could you not do for the people? Well, Zeus say he would teach the people that we broke. And that they sent to Officer Bailey, that was a mistake. You know, that was the biggest mistake the humans made in history. They sent Zeus somebody. You know, and her eyes told it all. Rescue me. I'm taking my test tomorrow. I'm really going through with this situation. But we know Victoria's supposed to have been singing internationally. No, on that $50 million journey Zeus got. No, Zeus got a $50 million opportunity. And Victoria wanted to sing in the church because she was in the church and they was renting the property. You know, it's one hell of a thing. And then the police say, well, you know what? He done broke up with all his girlfriends. This might be your time. He might be losing his mind. And go see where he get this $50 million from. You know, and it was the curiosity of it. that sent him. And Zeus say he might got the 50 million. He might have sent the check back and told him to wait. Because now he fighting for thousands of trillions, gazillions with no shilling. And it was all because, stop it, rookies. They sent him off to bait. She said, you want to hang out? She said it, not Zeus. I want to be rich. But she, at the last minute, no, the last second of the hour, once she became a cop, switched gears on Zeus. But when she switched gears, she switched the wrong gear. Let's talk about it. It's Zookeep. And we want to shout out Nora Roberts, no copyright claim to her material. We want to shout out Nora Roberts, the famous author, good book, Heaven and Earth. Shout out to Nora Roberts, Heaven and Earth. One hell of a romance novel, Eagle happened to stumble up on and read. Oh, shout out to Nora. Shout out to Nora. And shout out to Victoria. She played with Zeus. You gotta understand, she was brave enough to go through with the hit. It was a hit on Zeus. No, it was a hit on Zeus. He laughed about it the whole time. He said, I got these rookies. They've been fighting hard though. But let's get to this. Before we get to this, shout out to Nora Roberts, Heaven and Earth. And we all think sometimes we in heaven and sometimes we on earth. And sometimes a lot of people, some of them, they become so sad, reprobated and lost, confused. They don't want to be here no more. They just don't want to be here. They just give up on God, give up on society. They give up in totality. They just don't want to be here no more. It's too much for them.
To live. It's Zookeeper, the Reverend Zookeeper. He say, have you in a human body with a human mind, talking, walking, smelling, tasting, touching, and living out the scriptures of the goodness of God, created generational wealth for your family members, your loved ones, or your friends, or are you just in the way? It's Zookeeper. It's a Zookeeper, if you don't mind, and have you created generational wealth for you, your family, your loved ones, and your friends, as you know God don't give us forever to live. It's Zookeeper, the Reverend Zookeeper. He say, have you in a human body with a human mind, talking, walking, smelling, tasting, touching, and living out the scriptures of the goodness of God, created generational wealth for your family members, your loved ones, or your friends, or are you just in the way? It's Zookeeper. It's a Zookeeper, if you don't mind, and have you created generational wealth for you, your family, your loved ones, and your friends, as you know God don't give us forever to live.
It's a
The
zookeeper.
zookeeper, the Reverend
Keep.
Zookeeper, he say,
Keep.
have you
Keep.
and a human body
Keep to the
with a
keep.
human mind,
Keep, don't sleep.
talking,
Keep.
walking, smelling,
So keep.
tasting,
So keep.
touching,
So
and
keep.
living out the scriptures of the goodness of God.
It's a zookeeper,
Created
rookies,
generational wealth.
if you don't mind. And have you created generational wealth for you, your family, your loved ones, your friends, and your foes, and a woman you had to send away, and she was the best woman you ever had been asked on a date by. You know, you had to shoo her away. You know, it's something like what Rod Stewart said. You know, when the one you love is in love with someone else, don't you know it's torture? I mean, it's a living hell. And Zeus say he had to sacrifice like this. No, let Victoria go. And he want to apologize for Officer Bailey's feeling. You know, we know she beautiful. We know she gorgeous. We know she wonderful. And we know she shouldn't have never got rejected once she approached Zeus. No, because that made her question her self-esteem, her inner beauty, her outer beauty, her spiritual beauty, emotional beauty, mental beauty, educational beauty, relational beauty, financial beauty. In all aspects, it made her intellectually rationalize why a man twice her age would turn her down when she come playing like she wanted to be saved. It was a hell of a situation. Let's lock it in. Zookeeper say he won't apologize to Officer Bailey. She was the most beautiful creature ever asked him on a date, and he had to send her away like she meant nothing, like she was a mosquito, like she was a piece of dookie in the grass, like she was a fly, like she was an annoying creature. And now he on a mission to get her back. But he want his money first. He want, when Victoria opened her mouth, you know, queens and kings get paid to speak. We got to distinguish the difference between what Zeus see for Victoria and what the people see for Victoria. You know, they want to use it like a little pond at the station. No, go arrest him and go arrest her. Oh yeah, it was a shooting. Go arrest them. And it was a murder. Go look at that. It was a standoff. Go do that. Oh, it was a situation where we just shot a guy with a taser over 6 times. Let's go to that scene. Let's go to this scene. And let's go to this scene. And this scene, go strap up. No, put your life on the line for it. You know your salary gonna be 40, 50 a year, 60 a year if you get overtime. You know, you can make it off that type of dollar. A lot of people don't want to work. You're blessed to have this job. And Zeus say, he's seen this creature in church. And he got a $50 million opportunity. So every time he see this creature, only thing he could imagine was money falling out of her mouth. Every note she hit. Money, love, money, the Lord, money. He had money, my money. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. You know, that's all he could imagine when he's seeing this creature. Now, some people say she got a strong face. No, it don't look good to them. You know, it's kind of big. They don't like the way she built. She built like a stallion. Something like this. No, she built like a stallion. You know, beautiful. And some men scared to approach her. You know, she got a job, she got a career, she independent, she upright, she fearless, and she gorgeous. So a lot of men intimidated by this because they ain't got no money and they can't match her energy. So Zeus say, look, creature, full of energy. You gotta see her walk at the church. No, we gotta watch that video, Rookie. No, she came enticing Zeus. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, look at me. Oh, look at me. Not nobody else. Me. So Zeus say, he in church. She won't stop walking by. We gotta see the video footage of it. It was the eye suggestion. It's me you want in here. Nobody else. I'm the baddest thing in this church. Ain't nobody badder than me. And Zeus seen it. He say, oh my God. Who is this creature? Who this creature? Who this creature? I gotta meet you. And he heard her sing. And he got 50 million at this time, rookies. It was one hell of a blessing. And then he meet a new. But it wasn't in his head. It wasn't a fantasy. It became a reality when she, hey, you want to go on a date? Zeus say, well, yes, don't care who you belong to, who your family is, who your loved ones is. I got to put you under investigation like you had me under investigation. You're going to see how this situation work out. I just ask of you one thing. Tell your people, you know, they became so reprobated in the mind. When Zeus got the file in his lawsuit and wanted his lick back the right way, not the wrong way. And we want to understand what guilt versus confight is at this moment. Guilt versus confight. 6, 5, 8, Fed 3rd at 82 and 83 gives you the right to audit government and to report corrupt government. We also want to notate Strews versus United States. Strews versus United States. Supreme Court case law. You know, Supreme Court, the big court. 325 US 91. No, that allows any police to tell on another police if they believe that police has committed a crime. So he say, baby, I hate to do this to you. You're the most beautiful woman ever asked me on a date. I gotta say no. And she said she had to come back. We gotta check the switchboard record. You know, the Beloit Police Department confidential file. You know, the audio they used when they hooked up. You know, go get him. Go get him, girl. Go get that nigga. He ain't shit. And Zeus say he loved every minute of it. He had a ball with it. No, go get him. He ain't shit. No, he the worst human could ever be human. And human form. In Rock County, he won't leave Rock County. He victimizing all the people in Rock County. He just too smart for Rock County, too smart for his own good. Go get him. And she came. Oh, man, she came. Hey, you want to hang out? Yes, I do. Well, not right now. Your boss and them just played with me. What do you mean? They threw blood on my cross, threatened to kill me. You know, under the Fourth Amendment United States Constitution, Thompson versus Holmes, they violated. Thompson versus Clark, they violated. But we got to focus on Thompson versus Clark right now. 596 US/2022 case. You know, Fourth Amendment, false arrest. It happened. False investigation. It happened. So the Fourth Amendment, not only does it protect from false arrest, it also protect from unreasonable, illegal investigation. And then we know now that we got the evidence in court that City of Janesville Police Department police complaint process, you only can make complaints on first shift, not second, not third. So why was it that the police was dispatched by this board? Switchboard. Switchboard, clarification, show ain't no edit. So why was Rock County Switchboard not following protocol? And you know, Faith Quinlan, she said that should never happen. And then we got Fred Acar. He said the police did nothing wrong and the switchboard did nothing wrong, but they knew by policy they were violating the Fourth Amendment. And there got to be a showing of a policy and a Fourth Amendment violation for a 1983 lawsuit to be able to, hold the police liable for the conduct, the bad faith, false motive action that they undertook. So, as we talking about undertaking, we want to know under the 14th Amendment, was it a one-class theory claim? Because knowing that you have no authority and making false authority, they had no authority to act. Hey, I want to call in, how you doing, Rock County Switchboard? How you doing, Michael Palmer? It's Timothy Lee Stewart Sr. I come to make a complaint about Andrew P. Banks and Sergeant Drew Severs. Police misconduct, if you will. Oh, yes, we'll send somebody out right away. Let's rewind the movie. Hey, how you doing? My name is Timothy Lee Stewart. I would like to make a report about police misconduct, illegal activity. Hey, my name is Michael Palmer. I'm your Rock County Switchboard worker for the night. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate your call. By policy, we have no authority to act. Please look up City of Janesville Police Policy number for police complaint process. Please come back in the morning. We have no authority to issue an officer to your location. But that didn't happen. And my baby, she's sitting back. Damn. She read the report. Zeus say he sent her every email that could be emailed. Baby, this what happened. I go to the police station. By policy, the police knew, and Zoo already knew. See, he knew it already, that they had no authority to act on the investigation request that he requested. He set him up. And was he wrong? He say, was he wrong? It was the same thing they try to do to me and you. Make us fight each other, hate each other, argue every day, and never get out of the situation where we hold animus toward each other. And Zoo want to clarify the record. Baby, I got no animosity to you. I love you. You're the most beautiful creature asked me on a date. But I want you to take a second of your time and rewind the movie, because they didn't counsel you right. You could have got victim witness protection program, all the services, all the benefits. We could have been so rich somewhere off in a new country. We could have. Excuse me, baby. We could have went to new country. And if they gave you your counseling advisement rights of your invocation of right to testify or not testify as you pled the Fifth Amendment, baby, they messed up because they didn't send me a copy of the counseling they done with you. No, they sent me nothing. And by law, your statement was inadmissible. So Zookeeper saying this only for Victoria A. Bailey. He love her. Baby, listen. Let's run it back. You know about policy, you know about process, you know about police complaint. You know about that because Zookeeper said he had to do it to you just to educate you, not to embarrass you, just to love on you a little bit because he knew you really liked him. You know, he knew you really liked him when you looked him in his eyes. You know, the eyes is the window to the soul. You couldn't lie to me and I couldn't lie to you. God brought us together. So he say, today is September 28, 2024, and we go on petition for writ of certiorari by October 1st. Let's run it back, baby. City of Janesville police show up to investigate themselves. When Zookeeper looked the policy up already, knowing that third shift couldn't take the complaint, but they did. And Rock County Switchboard Dispatch sent them, and they had no authority. And we want to know if you think Chief Judge James D. Peterson opinion gonna stand when the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals has already declared and decreed the judge breached his authority and made illegal court order. And I want to give you counseling because I'm pro se and I'm an attorney. I advise you of your right to remain silent. I advise you of your right to pray to God. I advise you of your right to remain anonymous. If you do want to report any police officer that played you like a pawn, sent you off, and then in the midst of battling legally, they abandoned you because they gave you no proper defense. They did not send you or me or the court any counseling that they done for you. They did not document it. They did not warn you that you could remain anonymous. They did not do anything lawful. Only thing they did was make you plead the fifth through some intimidation tactic they used to make sure you secured your job to stay a slave at the station. Let's run it back, my baby. I love you. Zookeeper. Baby, let's run it back. I love you. We having a hell of a conversation today. September 28, 2024. Zookeeper say he read the policy on City of Janesville police complaint. And on third shift and on second shift, they cannot take complaint. Complaint must go to the immediate supervisors on first shift only. He say he read this information. He know he got a lawsuit because the police played with him. They come repossess his vehicles. Death threats was made. And he say he did not like. He don't let nobody play with his life. In uniform, out of uniform, whatever you work for, gangsters, non-gangsters, government, he just don't let nobody play with his life. So he say he go to the station. He get on a non-emergency phone. He make the phone call. And Michael Palmer get on the phone. He say he was gonna dispatch an officer. And Zookeeper called back. You know, he want to really lock in the money. He really wants you to see these thousands of zillions, hundreds of millions that he talking about. He say he get back on the phone. He want to further damage. The police did. Because they didn't know he was real attorney, a grant writer. So he say he go back on the phone. Michael Palmer get back on the phone. Aisha Bruton get back on the phone. And, hey, how you doing? I'm sorry that happened. You know, it won't happen again. Let us get you another officer out there. And Officer J. Beard come out. And Officer J. Beard, once he get to the scene, you know, Zookeeper asked him to remove Sergeant Stevenson. But he knew he had no authority to act on the complaint. So he wanted to see how far they was going to go with the shenanigans. He was a real lawyer. None accredited. Either credited lawyers for breakfast. a real pastor, and the worst auditor in the world the government has ever seen. You know, they trained him to do this. Had him reading all the contracts, helping all the people with legal cases for free, anonymously, because he couldn't put in no paperwork in his name saying that he worked on any motion. But it was the educational part of it. And the educational part of it, baby, is what I'm telling you. You know, they did not advise you of your rights as counsel. They did not tell you that you can get in trouble if you lie. They did not tell you you got the right to remain anonymous. They did not allow you any program information to victim witness services. You know, federal relocation program. They did not sweeten the pot up for you like Eagle say he sweetened the pot up for you, my love. In a spiritual sense, you know, he might got a new girlfriend today. He just, you know, he get tired of girls. They play too much. You know, he'll break up with Victoria 50 times when she don't listen. So he trying to figure out if we gonna listen today. Zeus say we in a hell of a situation, baby. It's September 28th, 2024. Zookeeper say he studied it. And he also used to have the sheriffs showing up on the correction officers in prison. And everybody knew this. You cannot play with this creature. He's sick. He got the sheriffs in Plymouth County coming to serve restraining orders on the correction officers. No human ever done it. And then we got a zookeeper writing presidential subpoenas. No pro se attorney has done this. And we got 25 lawsuits in a skillet. No pro se attorney has done this. And we got a cop, no beautiful cop, single, maybe married, maybe, but she played with Zeus, say she want to hang out with Zeus. And Zeus say he take these times out his life to get on the phone and talk to his baby because he want to make sure that she know that they finna be busted for not advising, you know, you of your rights and not sending him a copy and the court a copy saying that they really advise you of your right, the full benefit of your rights, you know, to testify on Zookeeper behalf or to plead the fifth, like you didn't know nothing, to uphold the criminal code that was criminal. But you can't get out this criminality scope because Zeus say third shift, they never could accept a complaint. Second shift, they never could accept a complaint. And Switchboard was never supposed to dispatch police to the scene. And we talking about petition for writ of certiorari to the United States Supreme Court on artificial intelligent web design based programs. And we also talking about how 3.5 years later, we finally wrapped the rookie so cold that they did not follow the law to the letter of the T. And now they in a situation where they wish they would never be. And we never want you in that situation because you really meant what you said. No blood got thrown again when you spoke to the people. And we want to know if we can get them switchboard records up at you confidentially, publicly, so we could lock this money in so we could travel to new country. And when we get to new country, they going to want to know how I got all this money and how I end up with a beautiful creature like you. It was a hell of a situation, but God got us through it. And he wants you to take a moment of your time and relax and meditate on the scriptures. Today, September 28, 2024, want to know if you could get some angels rallied up to be your protection. If you need protection, if you think you need to now recant your statement because it was given based on ineffective assistance of counsel. And we want to notate issue 22. Issue 22 is Chief Judge James E. Peterson allowed ineffective assistance of counsel to occur in his courtroom because no opposing counsel showed proof that they counseled Officer Victoria A. Bailey prior to her giving a statement that they wrote up. It was unnotarized. It wasn't an unsworn declaration under 21 USC Section 1746. It was just one hell of a mix-up. And we talking about mixes today. We want to remix this for you, baby. I'm sorry I had to hurt your feelings. You know, turn you down. Let the public see you on YouTube saying that I denied you as a date. I had to deny you as a date because you was too beautiful. It was too wonderful. It was just too many good things happening in my season. You seen me in good season. You seen me in bad season. You seen me in middle season. But you ain't seen me in my fourth season. And my fourth season is, it's been 3.5 years and I ain't got no girlfriend. You know, I've been waiting on you. You know, and Zoo would just appreciate if you would send him a piece of mail to let him know you've been married now. So he can get off YouTube talking about you. So he could talk about the Harvard students and all the other women that find him interesting, wonderful, and gorgeous. And they asking him on dates, but he telling them he got to issue a grudge match against a cop. And only the United States Supreme Court going to be able to settle this issue. You know, just a piece of mail. That's all I ask, baby. You don't want Zoo no more in your life. If it's over, baby. You know, I could take the bitter with the sweet. But I just want you to know in my fourth season, I'm going to a whole new country, you know, away from these humans. And we could have everything. I mean, schools, parks, daycares, mega churches, small churches, mom and pop stores, anything you want, you know, you got it. But my fourth season, you know, I want you to have a say because you asked me on a date. You did that. You know, you were brave, you were strong, and you made Zookeeper think that he still had it. He could attract the likes of the beautiful women. And he had about 15 of these beautiful creatures, you know, walking around with him, using him up, sucking him like a vampire, and then nobody sent him no money. He just ain't got nothing to show for the lust demon he was. No, he ain't got his name on no buildings. No, he thinking about using your credit. No, to get you really rich. Could you just send me a piece of mail and say it's over? No, let's break up. No, so I can show the public and let all the women know how serious I was about you. You know how much I loved you, baby. How much I take on government for you, baby. How much I would show you how educated I am, how brave I am, how strong I am, and show how other men how to attract the likes of beautiful women like you. You know, we got a lot of criminals that wish they could be in my position. You know, asked on a date by a cop, knowing fully that I was a criminal my whole life. Been convicted so many times that conviction was conviction. And you know, it robbed me of my imagination. I had to question my self-esteem, my self-worth, my integrity as a man, my growth as a man, my stunting as a man, the things I used to do. And God say your childish ways will fall behind. Corinthians 13, 1 through entirety. You know, God say love is the highest degree of understanding. And in my fourth season, you know, you seen me fake rich. Ghetto fabulous is what we call it. But in my fourth season, you know, I got 25 lawsuits that's going to be reopened. We going to get a new judge because we know Judge James D. Peace was biased. You know, he was a biased court. And we know that Sergeant Drew Severson, Officer Jason Beard, Michael Palmer, Asian Bruton, they never had authority to act. but the judge didn't screen the complaint right. But he played like he did. So, we going to the petition, United States Supreme Court, to get a fair trial. But also, we trying to expedite the process of getting this money. So the Supreme Court gonna say, hold on, this man's rights was so violated that there's no way he can have a fair trial. He been asking for evidence nonstop. Also, Jason Beer body cam where they call him all kind of racist names, where they telling him, is he a human? He's a boy, all these type of things. And then you come in and say, hold on, stop. You don't have to worry about none of that. I'm going to help you with all your lawsuits. And then they made you plead the fifth. No, to stagnate our growth. I was already 50 million up, but then this money was just so irresistible, baby. And it took me 3.5 years to lock these crooks in. But if you still want to crook with these crooks and take your chance now at Romance under the code of silence, you got your counseling from Zookeeper. And we also want to clarify the record remained silent, baby, on Fred A. Carr when he came up and gave that false and admissible statement on behalf of the police and switchboard that they done nothing wrong. We didn't get the counseling worksheet. We didn't get the counseling session. We didn't get the invocation of right to sign a right away to testify on behalf of the plaintiff, 21 CB 555 JDP, or to defend the police and switchboard. No, we didn't get that. And government looking in like, how could this happen? How has this man never been trained in school, able to just destroy Chief Judge? And we want to shout out Chief Judge James D. Bailey at this moment, baby. 2010 CF 1301. I did him the same way he did me dirty. It took a couple years. And God give us 50 more years. 40 more years. Sometime that we can go through a season for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So, do you want to be rich or broke your whole life? Do you want to be their slave at the station? Heard of police out there going to the strip club in Atlanta's and tricking off all kind of money. We want to see if they spent some government money illegally. Open records request, and then we got the police going strip club. Then we got you there, baby. I mean, you beautiful. You look better than the strippers. You look better than the traditional women that's putting on all the makeup, getting the breast implant, the butt jobs. You just got a natural beauty about yourself, and a lot of people don't understand what natural beauty is no more because beauty been tainted. You got boys that want to be girls. You got girls that want to be boys. But we see you, fully born a woman, fully come from a lineage of cops. Ask Sue on a date to see how he could blend the culture. We talking about bringing the police together. We talking about bringing those in the middle together. Confuse people. And we talking about bringing the most dangerous, murderers, serial rapists, violent offenders to this church. Would you like to be a part of it, my guardian angel? Or would you like to keep playing games, behind the scenes, baby? Just let me know. Same way you sent in that investigation, say you wasn't investigating me for no drugs. I appreciate if you would send me a breakup letter. A breakup letter. Hey, from this moment on, I never want you to say my name on YouTube. Never. You prohibited by law. And Zeus say for 3.5 years, and he been talking about Officer Bailey now. She been getting international exposure. She's still supposed to be single, they say. No, according to the rumor mill. And the rumor mill so vicious. They say Victoria was gay. They say she was this. They say she was that. And they say Zoo was gay. They say he was this, he was that. And we work past the rumor. It's between me and you, baby. 3 years and some change. No, all life. So I can move on with my life in my fourth season. It's for you to send me a breakup letter in the mail and say it's over. What you say? What you say? What? I can't hear you. Phone went dead. Good night.